It's a beautiful morning. With every stride and every effort, every endurance, every climb, every battle, grand rising. And just the joy of being able to know that you're covered. We give everybody a little time, but I hope everybody's waking up full of vibration, full of happiness. I hope you hit the ground and gave your prayers to the Most High, the one that guides your steps every step of the way. I'm gonna give it a little moment, give everybody a little. I know it's still early. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all know I always got something. I always got something. And when you have something, it's to be given away. You know, the blessings that the Most High give you is not solely for you. Once you inherit the kingdom, it's for you to gather the flock, reach one, teach one, turn one against his ways to look to the Most High for his strength, to look to the Most High for every sense of direction, even through tribulations, you know. But baby, we just gonna let it, you know, catch a little traction. But I hope everybody woke up full of joy. What's the saying? God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Believe me. And the matter at hand, the topic of discussion for this morning is faith. The topic of discussion for the morning is faith. My faith. My faith of a mustard seed. Grand Rising, I appreciate you. That's what it's about this morning. It's about faith. Getting everybody a little, about 2-3 more minutes before we get, you know what I'm saying? So if you got your tea or whatever you got going on this morning that got you going, you got your adrenaline flowing, access that. You deserve it. You know what's so crazy, man? And I'm looking at it from a perspective from within, like faith. You know, that's something that I had to deal with all my life was faith. And dealing with faith can be a battle because sometimes you'll look at faith and take faith as in you putting all the faith within yourself, and not turning to the Most High. And within my walk of life of faith, listen, my life been a journey. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this I only done gave out 2%, but the other 98% gonna be on the grand scale because that's what the assignment as an ambassador and as my stewardship is to give my experience in my walk of life to others to let them know that with faith everything is capable. With the Most High, with God in your life, everything is capable. He has the last say so. No matter how many, it could be 1,000 versus one. But guess what? It's never really one. You're never alone. Sometimes when you look at it, and I had to stand still yesterday, converging with two great angels that came into my life. And I had to multitask. Because with interacting with both of these angels, I was trying to give all my focus to one, and it didn't matter which angel I was trying to get attention to. I was focused on that one, not knowing, just stay still, meaning take in both. And staying still, you're able to take in more of the message that's being delivered. So let's all stand still for a minute. Faith. I My faith was always at an all-time high. And let me tell you, just to give you an inside view, my faith was so strong that I thought my faith only relied solely on me to take the steering wheel and make it happen. But I really did have the true intention of faith from within, but I wasn't giving it to the Most High to guide my steps in every way. I was putting faith into me. That's like putting faith into man. So I am an individual. I am a man. So I literally used to take the wheel. When I say literally, turn left, turn right, boom, gas it. It all looked good. It all looked good. All out the rear view. Everything, the lanes clear. Everything looked great. What's going on, Small Fries? Love, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining in one time for Small Fries, y'all. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate the encouragement. Everything, man. Like I say, without you individuals, without everybody as a collective, where would I be? Without the Most High guiding my steps in each and every way, where would I be? Without the faith that I walk in with the things that I can't see, where would I be? But let's tap in, giving you a great discernment of my faith and how I battled with faith. I always had the inner faith, but on a wide range of a scale of faith, I never turned and gave it all to the Most High. I used to put faith in me, which he say, don't put faith in no man. When you put your faith into him. The Most High use other people on assignments, to bring you blessings. But he always stayed, don't put faith in no man. Give it to him. So let's sit still for a little minute. Stay with me on this one. When I say I literally used to take the steering wheel and the vision will look so clear, no matter what state, what county, where I was traveling, he always kept his hands on me. And you'll be able, if everybody continue to follow, you'll hear this on a grand scale. When the Most High, when God present me to give this presentation, it's going to be on an aspect, on a level of a lot of people would never believe. Why? Because that faith of the mustard seed, But back to what I was saying, because I don't want to get off track. So I used to physically take the steering wheel, paint the picture. I said, yeah, I am the faith. I am the faith, Instead of giving the faith to him, which is the unseen, and walking in alignment, which at that time, I was still in the matrix. I was still living in the flesh, meaning I was still hustling. I was still going to go get it, I was in different cities, different areas, in and out the county, here and there. And that's just for experience to let you know I'm imperfect. I want you to know I'm imperfect. I am not no Jolly Two-Shoe or none of that. I want you to know that I'm imperfect, and I accept that I'm imperfect. I am fine within myself. I accept who I am. For 2 hours so far, nothing. Hear this one out, Fred. Listen. So I embraced that I was imperfect because all that was my training ground. So as I took the steering wheel and painted the picture and was striding, getting it, everything looked good. Guess what? I crashed. When I say I crashed, I crashed. Went to prison the first time in 2006. Got out. Again, I still had the inner man faith, but I still haven't given the faith to the Most High, to guide my steps in each and every way. I was still living in the matrix. I was still living in the flesh. So I get out. Guess what I do with all my faith? Because I have the inner faith, but I just don't have the vision of giving it to him. I collect all the pieces, and guess what I do? I build back better. You know, yeah. I build myself. I was tough like Chevy. You feel me? Yeah. I rebuilt myself from scratch. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go on the gas again. Out the review. Everything looking good. No. Oh, I'm giving you. We're talking about faith. I'm giving you a little inside view of faith. How I struggled with faith, but not that. I had the inner faith, but I was putting the faith on me, which the words say, put faith in no man. Just stay still and give it all to him. Give it all to God. So, like I say, with all the taking the steering wheel and doing it myself, I crashed the first time, went to prison in 2006. I got out. Again, here comes the man with the faith, me. I'm going to put all the faith in me. I rebuilt back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tough like Chevy. I'm back at it. And this time, I'm even heavy on the gas. Yeah. You know, as I'm doing it, everything looking good. I'm with this girl, you know, everything love, you know. But to be honest, it was a smoke and mirror. The faster, the more I took the steering wheel, the less vision I had to see the crash that was coming ahead. And guess what I did? I crashed again. And when I crashed again, guess how I ended up crashing? I went back to prison. Okay, went back. And you know the thing about it? He still had his hands on me. Some people used to look at the things that I was indulged in, and it was nothing to bring any intention or will harm to anybody, inflict pain on anybody. No, I was just a pure hustler at the end of the day, with great intentions, but just doing it in the wrong form and fashion. So with that being said, I get out this time. Oh, I think I'm just Billy Bad at, you know. Well, I'm finna rebuild again. That's like getting a rebuilt transmission. Yeah, I'm gonna rebuild again. I am the man. So guess what I do? I take, hey Terry, Grand Rising. We talking about faith, and I'm giving you an inside view of my walk of life, and not the inner struggle with faith. I always had that. It was all about the outer surface of giving it to him. So after this second trip to prison, like I say, I get out, and I'm Billy the Badass. I'm built tough like Chevy. So I gather all the pieces again. Oh yeah, I'm finna build myself back up. Better than the first and the second time when I went. And if you don't let it go over your head now, you know, I had the faith, the strength of the inner man, but where was my faith with letting the Most High guide my steps? So as I build back this third time, I'm talking about now this time here, I thought I was invincible. Yeah, I thought I was invincible, you know. I carry a great last name, you know. Matter of fact, it even said in the book, I'm gonna give you a name that's better than my last name. Is great. And they always ask me, "How you doing this morning?" I say, "I'm doing great." You know what they say back to me? They say you should be doing excellent. I say, "Yeah, I'm doing excellent." But long story short, I build back. And if you're catching my drift, all three times of me crashing, I physically was taking the steering wheel and building myself back and never giving it all to the Most High to guide my steps. You know, that was the faith. Oh, your middle name Faith? My last name is Excellent. Excellent. Like you have an excellent middle name, as in Faith. Yeah, that's my last name. So with that being said, this third time I build myself, everything looking good. I'm with this other chick, you know, so on and so forth. We moving on up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But guess what? I still haven't aligned myself to give the faith to the Most High, to guide my steps. So I was guiding with all the faith that I had within the inner man. I was physically guiding thyself and putting the faith in thyself, me, which is the man. And God say, put no faith in no man. You know, you can have faith as a man, but you give your faith to him. You know, the unseen, because he shall deliver. What's promised shall be given. You know, so with all that being said, sometimes, man, in life, you are physically trying to rebuild yourself, and that's to each and one of you. You are physically, you're so inspired. You have the energy. Now, don't get me wrong. You got the motivation. You got the energy. You got the endurance. You got the strides. You got the short-term goals to reach the long-term goals. But you know, the one thing that we all didn't have at one point in time was the faith to stand still and give it all to Him and let Him guide your you said, and I do go. Okay, that's good. That's great, Faith. You're supposed to. Let me tell you one thing about the church. You ain't gotta like who in it. You ain't gotta go in there being friendly. Just go in there, Faith, and take what resonate. You know, at the end of the day, they say, don't worry about the messenger. Embrace the message. Take what resonate and leave the rest. Yeah, you ain't got to be in all that chit chatter or the gossiping or the pointing the finger, this, that. So church is great. But take what resonate, stand firm on who you are, know who you are, and carry yourself as who you are. And give the faith to the Most High. You know, and as example, don't make the decisions I made at a point in time in life where I was building back tough like Chevy, meaning I put the faith in myself. I never included the Most High. I always accepted Him at the podium since I was young, but I never gave it to Him. I never gave Him truly all my faith to guide my steps. What's up, Phoenix, man? It's great to see you, Phoenix. Phoenix, we're talking about faith, man. I'm glad you checked in, brother. I'm glad you checked in. We talking about faith and how my walk of life of my faith always been great, man. Yeah, I remember you, Phoenix. It's great to see you, man. We talking about faith. So how my walk of life with faith has been amazing, like, you know, but the whole, to give you a whole scenario so I could, you know, get out what I was basically trying to deliver to you, you must let go of the steering wheel. Don't become adaptive to taking the steering wheel and physically making everything happen. Because at certain time, things be aligned up. The Most High God will align everything up to go a certain way for you. But due to lack of vision and lack of you giving the faith to Him, you take the steering wheel and you derail off alignment because you're physically trying to shape and form your reality. Then to stay in alignment, have faith in Him, and let Him guide your steps, and you go off vision. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, syncrasies and all that type of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get into that though. But as I got older, I think about it now that I look back. That's one department that I lacked at, was sitting still and giving it all to Him. I always had the faith. Yeah, but now I truly got the faith of a mustard seed. When you have that type of faith, you know that is one of the smallest seeds that becomes one of the biggest trees, and it plays an important part in life. You know how? Shade, shelter to the animal, to the lions, all type of nature, you know? Yeah, it's a mustard seed. So now I'm at the point in life that I done grasp everything of what it is to have faith of a mustard seed. Meaning I don't need no validation to believe in the unseen. I don't need nobody to give me a pat on the back for me to believe where I'm destined to be and where I'm going. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. It could be me and the Most High versus the whole world. Remember, you're never by yourself. That was another thing, like I told you, I learned from the two angels that I talked to yesterday. You're never alone. Don't never think you're alone. When it's just one of you, guess who else it is? It's two of you. You and God. So you're never alone. And when you instill those type of traits within your daily activity, you go to grasping, you go to having understanding. You know, if it take for you to have faith through man, you will never find it. Have faith through the Most High. Do not lean on man. The Most High ascend man or woman as an angel to bless you in this world. And that's because that's their assignment. What time is it for you? It's 3 a.m. where you at right now. It is, I want to say, it's 6:07 where I'm at. So you must be on the West Coast somewhere, Phoenix. You on the West Coast? Yeah. So never lean on man. Never lean on God. He has other assignments for the ones that He sent to come in alignment with you. And believe me, sometimes the pushback gonna come hard. It's sometimes you're gonna believe in certain things that nobody else gonna believe in. It's not for them to believe in. You know, it's not for them. Oh yeah, Minnesota, Faith. Okay, Minnesota in the house. Okay. 608. I mean, okay, small fries. So that means you in the same time in zone I am. All right. That's great. But listen, I want all y'all to know, no matter what you believe in, what you know you have the vision for, always remember the abilities that He gives you is for you. So don't look for nobody to approve it, to validate it, to give you a pat on the back. Cause when you go against the pushback, you know, the non-sayers, you got to know what it is to disregard them. Cause the things that you see and believe, off rip, they don't. So remember that. That's where the pushback come off. Oh, you're thinking too far. Stop dreaming. You know, so forth and so on. Stop dreaming. Stop thinking of things that's not in reach. You know. Nah. Listen. If you got faith as a mustard seed, dream big. If you see if you see the patterns, the loops, you know, it's sometimes, man, you got to focus on the message. And what I mean by that, you ever turn on the TV? You ever turn on the TV and when you turn it on, you hear something? You never said to yourself, "Oh, they talking to me." See, that might go over some of y'all head. You know what I'm saying? Some people say I'm too deep with it. No, it's just a discernment in the intuition, you know, and the understanding that the Most High instilled in me before birth. You know, it was already in me. You got to know how to bring it out, and to bring it out, you got to stay still sometimes. You know, so with the pushback, don't never stop believing. Look at me. Never stop believing. Don't never stop believing, Faith. Don't never stop believing, Phoenix. Small fries, don't never stop believing. No matter what anybody tell you, keep your eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? Look past the veil. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's gonna seem far-fetched. But to you from within, it's not far-fetched. But as you go to share with others, it seems far-fetched. You know why? Because they're pulling you down. They're non-sayers, they're non-believers. Yeah, they're non-believers. So what you think they're doing? They're taking away from your energy. Just as much energy that you got built up, frequency, you know you can adhere to what you see and the vision, and you have the faith. But when you you know they say, what was the saying? A 3 chord is better than 2. Let me tell you, you only need 2. You and the Most High. So if your belief is where it's supposed to be, And with a clear conscience, you see the vision, you hear it, you see the patterns, you see the loops. Because there's even good loops where the Most High will send a message to you and you'll miss it the first 3-4 times. But guess what? It's in a loop. He ain't giving up on you. He wondering, he's sitting back like, man, girl, you don't see what I'm showing you? King, you don't see what I'm showing you? God, Lee, Queen, look. So yeah, it's a loop. And he's doing it purposely. Because he knows where your true intentions, because he measures you by your heart. I don't care how much money you spend in life. I don't care how much money you have in life. Money can't get you into the gates. It cannot. I said it's easier for a camel to go through a needle's eye than for a rich man to get through the gate. You ever seen a key gate? It's the same thing. A rich man won't bow down to go through the keyhole. But guess what a camel will do? It'll get on all fours just to get through. So basically saying some people put themselves on a high horse, because of tangible things or material things. It's not about that. It's about your heart. It's about, can you adhere to hold on to what you can't see, but knowing from within, it's attainable. It's coming. You got your hands on it. That the promise and grace, he's not going to take that. He's not going to turn away from you. That's the faith. Yeah. The faith is standing in alignment and letting him guide your steps. The faith is knowing that you can't take everybody with you. Everybody not going to go with you. The faith is knowing that you're going to continue to walk in faith with everything that you do attain. You're not going to use it to kick dirt on no one, or, or to belittle anybody. No. Even when you do receive what's yours, you still walk with faith, because there's more. There's more ahead. Yeah. Remember now, you were way back there. You was way back there when what you had faith in was way up there. And now that you way up here, that means you got better vision. So everything that you still see ahead of you is attainable. Yeah. And the ones you left back there, you didn't do it to turn around and say, see, I told you. Yeah, and you didn't want to listen to me. You didn't want to. Nah. It's not about that. It's about standing in self, believing in self, mastering self, and knowing that with your faith and with your two witnesses, which is you and the Most High, everything is attainable. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can deter you from what you want in life and what the Most High has for you. No matter who else don't see it, no matter who goes against you, you stand firm and you fight. Yeah. You fight. You stand firm on all 2 feet and you fight. But when you fight with love, peace, harmony. Yeah. Have no ill will. And I'm truly that type of person. Like, let me tell you. And I try to make it clear, because some people say, oh man, you look like you're a mean person. No, I just ain't got time for the bullshit. So let me tell you about me. One thing and foremost is I give 2 fucks about the crowd. No. You can put 100 people on this side, 100,000 on this side, and one righteous man on this side, but the 100,000 are going against the righteous man to tell me, oh, he's wrong. Let me tell you something. If that righteous man is right, I'm going to look at them same 100,000 and say, not only no, matter of fact, I'm not going to say nothing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm more of a person, to be honest, I don't like to talk. So guess what I do? I just show you. So I would diligently take my place right on the righteous man's side. Don't let that go over your head now. You ain't hear me. Let me run that back for you one more time. You could put 100,000 unrighteous people on this side. Remember how they say you don't bless evil with good and bless the good with evil. Remember that. Now let's run this back again. 100,000 of unrighteous man over here and one righteous man on the right side. And they having a dispute. And the 100,000, oh yeah, man, King, listen here, King, man, he's no good. He's this and the third, da da da. First and foremost, you can't persuade me because you're in numbers. I give two fucks about numbers. I don't care about no numbers, you know. No, no problem, no problem. So, you know, just because you have the numbers don't mean you're right. So let's get that. Let's get that straight, you know. And due to this one man versus 100,000, you know what that tells me? He has faith. He stands firm on whatever it is that he has against this 100,000. It has to be a reason, number one. Because a man don't make ill will intentions. Just think about it. One man to go against 100,000, he has to have faith as a mustard seed. And whatever it is that this dispute is about, he stands firm on righteousness. But you have these fake motherfuckers nowadays, because 50,000 call themselves got money and want to do the worst, have the ill intentions. Decisions that they make ain't for the better of everybody or other people. And guess what? They want you to be persuaded to join them. Fuck no. Fuck you. Fuck your 100,000. Fuck you 50,000. And I'm more of a by action type. It's, you know, don't this just terminology I'm using. So don't think that's what you're gonna get out of me. What you're gonna get out of me is a decision that I make that's gonna speak for itself. Meaning I'm going to remove myself. I am going to gently insert myself right next to the righteous man because he's right. That's just life. A righteous person will outbeat 100,000 people. You could take 100,000 negative people. I don't care what they got going on, and one righteous man going up against 100,000. Guess who's gonna win at the end of the day? That one righteous man. That's just life. Yeah, that's just life. You ever heard that a lie does this? It goes in and out. It's it'll go up, come down. It'll go up. There's no straightaway for a lie. No, the truth. You know what the truth do? The truth is like racing 100. I'm out of there. Yeah, that's all it is. There's only one direction to go with the truth, and that's straight ahead. So everybody, thanks for joining in. But always remember, have faith of a mustard seed. Know that anything in life is attainable. No matter what you come up against, just know it is attainable. You're going to have to work at it. You got to do the work. That's one thing. You know, it ain't just about saying I believe and that I know. Some people might don't understand what the shadow work is, but once you get on your journey of walk, you're going to have to do the shadow work. You're going to have to go through your dark nights. Yeah, you're going to have to. You know, that's just the process of life. You know, nowadays in this new generation, nothing is being handed. So there's no grandfather in there, no auntie in, no mama in, no daddy, no none of that. The work must be done. You know, yeah. That's to enter the kingdom. That's for anything in life. For you to gain traction, the work must be done. And as you gain traction by doing the work, you go to see the synchronicities of patterns or messages that let you know, oh, you're getting closer. You're getting closer. Don't forget don't even worry about the naysayers or the non-believers, what they say. No, just know that you're getting closer. It's going to be a little canary that's going to come by, and you can look up that word canary. He's going to go to singing. And when that canary go to singing, you want to listen. You want to hear what that canary has to say. Even sometimes he sends you an angel in different shapes and forms. It might be that same man that people call a bum that's on the corner of one of these streets or in front of a corner store. And that person might have 2-3 words to tell you. And if you bypass it, you would miss the message. Why? Because you didn't want it from the messenger. Everybody have a great morning. Love to everybody. I appreciate your small fry. I appreciate your faith. I appreciate your Phoenix. I appreciate everybody that joined in. Y'all a grand rising. A blessed day. Stay in high vibration, high frequency, and make it do what it do.